Welcome back to the channel, guys. First off, I apologize for how irregular I've been with posting. There's been a few different things that have come up in the past weeks just in my personal life. Nothing bad, actually blessings. So it's all really good. But obviously it's kept me very busy as I get prepared for my next venture in my professional life. But besides that, I hope everything's going well with you. I hope you're getting through this COVID situation as best as you can. Stuff is starting to open back up, so I have glimmers of hope here and there. And it's starting to look like normal life. So something I looked at the other day, which I was really stoked on, and it's gonna seem very small to most people, but for me, it's always extremely flattering every single time that we kind of hit a benchmark or we keep growing and stuff like that. We're at 223 subs. And to me, that's just beyond cool. You know, when I first started doing this and, I had like the 40 subs from my gaming YouTube channel, I never thought, or I had serious questions as to whether anybody would enjoy the content I put out, etc. And I've gotten tons of support from people, and it's really great just to see it growing and people enjoying the content. And then on top of that, being able to help people out. So it's been really fun and really fulfilling, and I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you that is subbed. And fun stat as well that I found out, about 91, 92, somewhere around there, 92% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So why don't you just go ahead and hit that button if you so feel like it. It helps a ton for us as we grow. So yeah, if you're interested and you've been watching the channel and you've been seeing the videos, might as well sub, just think about it. Just think about it. That's all I'm gonna say. Today's video, what we're gonna be getting into is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. It's looking back at our best, our worst, our scariest, just the funniest moments that we've had at autocross thus far. We've been autocrossing the car since July of 2019. Which has been an awesome experience. There's only one event that I didn't videotape, which was my first event. And the reason being is I really sucked. And when I look back at the footage, I really suck in the events that I filmed as well. My first few events, it's like horrific to watch. So we're gonna be picking 1 to 2 moments at each of our events that we've been to, each one of the videos that are in our catalog of horrible driving. And we're gonna be picking the moments that I really remember the most. When I think about that event, there's always like one particular moment or 2 particular moments where I'm just like, damn, that made it all worth it. Or damn, I really fucked up there and I should probably think about working on that. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the very first clip, which is one of my absolute favorites. It was my second autocross event ever. As I said, I didn't film the first one. We got in the car with Jose, a friend of ours who also has an 86. And this was one of my first experiences with somebody else in the car and just trying to get an idea of autocross. And to be honest, it scared the shit out of me a little bit, just feeling how a car can completely lose control. But then at the same time, as soon as I felt it, I was just hooked. Like immediately I wanted to push my car as hard as Jose was pushing it and just get to that level of hitting the limit, because I was very afraid of doing that in the beginning. So let's check it out.
At least we got it. That was sick though.
Did you get that?
Yeah, all of it.
So I assure you guys, Jose followed that up with a sick ass run right after that. But that was definitely one of my favorite moments from that event. Just seeing somebody push the car so hard, hitting that limit, and then, there were 1 of 2 ways I could have reacted to it. I could have been scared as shit, or number 2, that looked like fun, I want to do that myself. So the very next event that we went to was the PBIR event. which happened to be where I made a crucial mistake, where I ended up deciding to stay on my stock wheels, which had all seasons on them. All season tires just are, from my experience, not good for pushing hard on the track. As soon as they get too much heat in them, they're gone. You understeer everywhere. I've had people say like, oh, you know, it's probably your tire pressure is this, that, and the other. I was trying to adjust my tire pressure to keep them at optimal levels the entire time. I think it's more so that all seasons just aren't meant to build heat in them. As we're about to find out here, where I found PVIR's shortcut, as you will.
Sent it. I think we're good though. We did definitely hit the front bumper. Oh, maybe not. We're actually Gucci. I found that shortcut on the last lap.
So, as you can see, all-season tires don't really work out, in my opinion. You know, use them at your own risk, but you know, take some of the lessons you see in this video and use it to your benefit. Don't make the same mistakes I did. So the very next event, we ended up having we already had our wheels, our Koenig Hypergrams, which I love to death. They're like a cheap version of RPF1s. They don't look bad. They're very, very nice. But the rubber that was on it was Achilles ATR Sport 2s, which if you've seen my review of those tires, I think you'll get a gist of how I feel about them. They're fun, yet also scary as shit under the right conditions. So the very next event just happened to be rainy conditions, and I was so stoked to try out these tires because I'm like, oh man, my times are gonna be better, everything's gonna be better. But I found out that they're not so good in the rain. So here's two particular moments that you can tell I scared the shit out of myself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drive like it's a city street on this one because that was not fun on that last one. I literally like can't. I'm really terrified of this one after doing that. Just like any amount of power you put in that corner, you're spinning. Yep.
So as you can see, that was quite an experience. That was really scary for me, and it really woke me up to driving in the rain. So let's go to the next event. It is October. We are going back to street racing made safe. We finally have dry conditions for the new tires. I am super stoked. And I was pushing it hard. I was finally getting into my groove, starting to feel how to deal with oversteer and you know, catching the car, etc. Kind of sliding through a turn a little bit, getting the right rear end rotation, which I just love so much when I get it right. But this was my first actual complete loss of control spin out. And I think I learned an extremely valuable lesson by spinning out. As weird as that sounds. But in order to find a limit, you gotta break the limit.
Whoa! That was me!
So after that Street Racing Made Safe event, we went to our very first SCCA structured event, which was very, very different. I went with my buddy Ian, and it was my first event dealing with like a cone layout. And that was really, really difficult for me. It's extremely hard to visualize the cone layout, learn a layout so quick. And I learned that the hard way, most definitely. You know, I made a massive mistake, but in my opinion, the only reason why they continued to allow me to drive was because it looked pretty freaking sweet. So please enjoy me taking a third lap where you had to do 2 laps and then go in. And I decided to go for a third lap because I guess the one before that just wasn't good enough. But in all reality, it just completely boggled my mind. I got thrown off, and you just lose track. In those kinds of events, you have to be so on point mentally. Like you have to be really, really with it and really, really concentrate to be able to get that layout so quickly and be able to perform well. So please enjoy my graceful DNF, AKA did not finish, AKA DQ, AKA disqualified entirely from that lap.
Nope. This is what cleaning up looks like.
So fast forward just a little bit, we were having trouble getting back to PBIR, which are my favorite events. Honestly, that's right down the street for me. But another Equipe Rapide event ended up coming by, so another SCCA sponsored, or SCCA sanctioned, I would like to say. I think that's the proper term for it, event. Cone style event, once again. I had my frustrations, as per usual. Those things always boggle my mind, and I made a decision pretty much to not go back to those events until I feel way more confident as a driver, and I feel like I have the car at a very settled point, a very competitive point. But this is around the time where I really started to find, I think, my confidence in my driving. I really relayed a lot of what I've learned through iRacing, through sim racing, because I've constantly been sim racing on the side while also doing events. So this is by far one of my most proud laps of doing autocross, period. On the ATR Sport 2s, which aren't necessarily the most competitive tire. They're very, very oversteery. That's why in my review I call them kind of drift tires. Mostly because of this lap. This lap I just couldn't stop oversteering. But the very cool part to me is I held it together. I still put down a decent time. And it was just extremely fun going full send and just getting a little wild. But just the chaos of me doing this lap, I just love it. I love every piece of this lap. So after that last event, an unfortunate yet fortunate occurrence happened. Is that right? We ended up getting a nail in one of the tires from the Achilles. Unfortunately, they were at the point of life where it just didn't make sense to continue on with them. It was kind of the nail in the coffin. So we decided to go with the RE71s as prescribed by many different people that I've met along the way. who take autocross very, very seriously. And I think it was one of the best decisions I ever made for the car. This next event that we went to, the next PBIR event, we finally got one coming around. It was our first time on the RE71s, and we got our first win at autocross. It was literally the best feeling in the world, and this lap and the moment of getting my very first plastic trophy was just amazing. It was a great feeling, and I'll always hold that close to my heart. It was just so good.
See what happens. Maybe we won, maybe we didn't. Who fucking knows?
Where is Ryan? Ryan Deering. Ryan, you're the four-cylinder naturally aspirated champion for tonight.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Hell yeah.
You're the fastest four-cylinder.
So directly after that event, we had another PBIR event, which came up very, very close proximity. It was somewhat of a rainy night, but it actually didn't affect us too much. The rain didn't come down so hard that it was a problem. We actually ended up getting our fastest lap we've ever gotten at PBIR that night. So it was just an amazing feeling again. And to top it off, we were battling with Rudnick, aka Ricer Miata. You guys should go check out his channel. Awesome dude. He's been in the car game forever. And it was just so cool to be battling him, you know, lap after lap. We literally went tit for tat all night. I'd post a faster time, he'd post a faster time. We'd flip between first and second. Eventually we were both gunning for a 911. Actually, that was only a second below both of us. So it ended up being a great experience. It was awesome meeting him. It was awesome battling it out. And we got to win another trophy. After this lap, I'll show you a little clip where I think we need to hold Rudnick to his promise, you know? So if you could do me a favor and head on to his channel and keep bugging him about it, I'd love to have a rematch again. And this time I'm probably gonna get spanked, to be completely honest. His tires were completely gone. But still, just bug him for me, and we'll see if we can make it happen someday.
That felt fast. It's so perfect for a fucking Miata too.
Dude, it's good.
It's literally perfect.
Yeah,
It's literally perfect. Well, yo, thank you very much.
Hopefully,
for
I
showing
can
me.
beat you. If not, I'm gonna go spend all my money on NCO1, so we're gonna meet back here next month.
We should meet back here for sure. We should do it,
Yeah.
dude. I love
My
it.
feelings are hurt.
So we got new competition at Autocross. This is great.
Alright guys, for our last clip here, unfortunately I kind of got to keep it short and I got more reasonings, which I'll go over in a second. For our last clip here, we did a video idea when we went out to Street Racing Made Safe for the next event. We had a ton of people who came out from a little 8-6 group that I'm in, kind of a club, kind of just friends who generally enjoy thrashing. And we had a lot of people who showed up, and I got to put them in the car and have a camera pointed at them for reactions. Some of the reactions were hella funny. I would definitely recommend watching that video. It's by far one of my favorite videos, and it's hard to really pick moments out of that video. But my absolute favorite was just shredding when Andrew was in the car, one of my friends from the group. It was just such a good lap. It felt so amazing, and I think you can see it in the footage too, that overall, I think I did very well with that lap, especially on stock suspension. I'd keep that in mind. All of the clips you've seen are on stock suspension. And I can't possibly move on from that event without showing you my absolute worst fail in autocross so far, when I was really trying to just boast around and really trying to be braggadocious and just throw it out there and just have fun. But it was under our impression that it was the last event for Street Racing Made Safe, so I was really trying to literally go out with a bang, and I did. So I hope you enjoy these last two clips.
I'm gonna hard launch on this. Yeah, I see you grabbing that door handle.
I know I'm gonna fly. These stock seats ain't holding my ass in.
That's at 80 seconds. Wrong way. It had to happen. Oh shit. Damn. Alright, I guess I claimed it. Yeah. Hopefully it's not too bad. No, I doubt it. I mean, it might be bad, but it was worth it.
All right, so the reason we are not going any further, there are two more events that happened after trying to scare my friends at autocross, but unfortunately, I didn't win those events. Michael did. I'm not mad or anything. He's not like my arch nemesis when it comes to autocross or anything. I'm not bothered. But we will be putting those moments in the next autocross moments video, I've decided. We've just barely gotten into 2020. I'd like to do another recap video at the end of 2020. I think it would be a fun idea in general. And I think it'll definitely lay down the themes. In the next few videos, I'll definitely try to include Michael a little bit more, because we battle so hard every time we're against each other. And it's just awesome having somebody like that who's gonna push you. And you know, we push each other most definitely, and we're consistently at events together. So it's been really fun developing that relationship with him. I just don't want to spoil it by putting it in this video yet. I think I need to build up that rivalry a little more on the channel, make sure it's more evident that we are battling against each other, because we talk a lot of shit in the off time, that's for sure. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to, is battling Michael in the future. Michael, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry that the clips didn't make it. Oh, whoops. But for sure, in the next moments video, when we do a recap of the rest of 2020, we'll definitely add that in. For reference, we only went through to January 2020 with all these clips, but I think these were some of the most pivotal moments that have pushed me forward as a driver and pushed the car forward as well. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. I had a really fun time going through these moments and kind of reminiscing on some of it. I had a great time learning as well. Watching some of these clips, I could see so many things I'm doing wrong. I think it's so cool to see too, that as we progress and then once we finally get to the RE71 tires, from what I'm seeing, we're hauling ass compared to our first experiences at autocross. So it's so cool to see the progression for me. I hope you guys see the progression as well. And I can't wait to do more and more and more. So Michael, I hope you're ready. I hope all you guys are ready for the 2020 season. We officially have the alignment on the car. We officially have coils on the car. We have the nice tires. We're ready to go as far as race prep is concerned, and I just can't wait to get back into it. Something I haven't announced prior in any other videos is PBIR decided to do an annual championship. With the COVID situation, I don't know if it's still gonna go on, but I'm really hoping it does. Right now we're first in points with those first 2 wins of the year, as well as a second place, which Michael won. He's kind of a jerk. But we are for sure gunning for first place this year in our class. And what that means is all of next year would be free for us at the events. So and that's not necessarily like my main motivation. I'm not trying to just get free stuff out of it. I just think it's cool. It would be cool bragging rights. It would be a cool goal for us to reach just in general. And I really want to push towards that. So hopefully we can. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment with your favorite moment. I have too many. And subscribe if you're new here. Once again, that 91%, 92%, 93% of people who watch my videos not being subscribed, it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, you know what I mean? So just tag along. Let's do this together, huh? All right, I will catch you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoy your day. Hope you're safe, all that good jazz. Peace out. Bye-bye.